Hi, my name is Sharvina Naidu Managaran and my metric number is 280512. So now let's look at the introduction of Silverbird Group Berhad. Silverbird Group Berhad was established in 1960 and registered on 16 October 2008. The company operates in two segments, which are manufacturing and distribution of consumer food and distribution of telecommunication on products. The selling products of Silverbird can categorize food and beverages, including seasoning and condiments, soft drinks, and other foods. Silverbird Group is a major manufacturer of a wide range of bakery and confectionery products, including its successful line of frozen cakes, which started production in 1990. Today, the Silverbird Group not only manufactures bakery food products but also leads the industry with a comprehensive network of distribution channels. These include 5,000 retail outlets via hypermarkets and supermarkets, 7-Eleven stores, Chinese medical halls and grocery stores, as well as through direct selling companies and institutions. However, for the year 2010 and 2011, Silverbird Group Berhad encountered a problem where their company had been accused of involvement in a scandal which was troubled by possible financial irregularities that involved a sum of over $100 million. Next, let's look at the scandal of the company. On top of that, the Silverbird scandal was that the company provided fraud and error reports to Bursa Malaysia and had 8 unaudited quarterly financial accounts for the financial years ending 2010 and 2011 consecutively regarding fake reports. In this scandal, Dato Jackson CEO Tan Han Koo was implicated in 7 counts of providing false information to Bursa Malaysia, while former Chief Executive Officer Derek Ching Cheong was charged with 8 counts of providing false information declaration on the stock exchange. Then there is the financial issues in the Silverbird case. Silverbird claims Croft Horwath of carelessness in this case, saying that Croft Horwath failed to identify a financial irregularity in the company's account. The auditor is attempting to conceal some facts due to upper management's influence. Furthermore, the instance of suspected irregularities has placed doubt on the Silverbird controversy. Silverbird's claimed irregularities are estimated to be worth Rm 111.5 million, which exceeds the company's total paid-up share capital of Rm 203.34 million. Silverbird's poor record keeping will be the source of the crisis. Silverbird is unable to gather sufficient and appropriate audit evidence as a basis for an audit opinion due to their poor record keeping. As a result, the auditor declined to offer a financial statement opinion. Finally, the Silverbird affair ended in the company's withdrawal from Bursa Malaysia in 2014 and its closure on June 23, 2016.
I am Bowen Fei. My metric number is 278422. I am going to present about how the financial scandal of Silverbird Group Berhad had affected the auditor. One of the significant impacts on the auditor of Silverbird Group Berhad, which is Crowe Horwath, is that the engagement partner of Crowe Horwath in the audit of Silverbird Group Berhad's financial statements for the year ended 31st October 2010 was imposed sanction by Audit Oversight Board (AOB), an independent board established to oversee the external auditors who audit the listed companies in Malaysia. On 16 January 2015, AOB imposed both reprimand and penalty of 50,000 ringgit on the engagement partner of Crowe Horwath, Lee Kok Wai, for breaching AOB's registration condition under Section 310 (3) of the Securities Commission Act 1993. The breach of AOB's registration condition was due to the failure of Lee Kok Wai to comply with certain requirements of international standards on auditing. In discharging his professional duties in auditing the financial statements of Silverbird Group Berhad. This sanction imposed towards the engagement partner of Crowe Howard is considered quite heavy among the sanctions imposed by AOB since its establishment in 2010. Yet, the appeal of Lee Kok Wai to the Securities Commission Malaysia against this decision of AOB had been rejected by Securities Commission Malaysia on 29 February 2016. Additionally, another significant impact of the financial scandal on the Crowe Howard is that Crowe Howard had lost the public confidence. The public, consisting of investors and potential investors, had lost confidence towards the quality and reliability of the financial statements audited by Crowe Howard. This caused Crowe Howard much since it's not easy to restore public confidence. In fact, this financial scandal of Silverbird Group Berhad had also contributed to the loss of public confidence towards the whole audit profession. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now I will continue with the effect of the scandal on auditors. The third point is the internal and external auditors have been sued by Silverbird Group Berhad. Around August 2012, Silverbird Group Berhad made an announcement to Bursa Malaysia regarding the lawsuit filed against its internal and external auditors, which involved Audit's Governance Sdn Berhad and Focus Internal Audit Solutions, and also Crowe Howard, which is their external auditors, on alleged negligence and breach of duties of care. Silverbird made the news when external auditors, the Crowe Howard, refused to provide a basis for an audit opinion on the group's result for the financial year 31 October 2011. The Silverbird Group Berhad also emphasized this case due to the auditors' failure to discover and detect the financial irregularities in the company account. However, Crowe Howard, the external auditors, had issued a press release to deny allegations in the suit claimed in Silverbird announcement. The auditor of Crowe Howard, On Kin Ho, expressed that they had in fact discovered the irregularities and immediately report to Silverbird's audit committee and board of directors. However, there is no response and taken action from Silverbird Group Berhad. Furthermore, the financial scandal of Silverbird Group Berhad also affected the reputations of the auditor and the audit firms. The auditor has a responsibility to plan and perform the audit to obtain reasonable assurance about whether the financial statements are free of material misstatement, whether caused by error or fraud. However, the auditors of Silverbird Group Berhad fail to recognize the financial problems and do not fix it, and it causes damage to Silverbird Group Berhad, and it will also damage their company's reputations, the audit firm itself. Clients will also lose trust toward the auditors and the audit firm since they fail to finish their work properly. The legal liability damage towards audit firms will reduce the ability to attract new firms and retain current clients.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Noor Eni Natasha Binti Hussein with metric number 280371. I'm gonna be presenting about the auditor's role or involvement regarding the scandal. In recent years, major scandals related to the profession of accounting have always been the result of fraud. Hence, it is critical and significant for the auditor to fully grasp their role in preventing and detecting fraud. This is to make sure that the public will be fully confident in the accounting profession without having a doubt. Firstly, in accordance with ISA 200, the auditor has to abide with the specific requirement in regard to professional skepticism, where the auditor has to strategize and carry out their audit tasks with professional skepticism, recognizing that something or an incident might happen that will lead to material misstatement where it is affecting the financial statements. According to Datuk Gan Kwan Poh, former chairman of Silverbird Group Berhad, he told the court neither the company's internal nor external auditor had submitted a letter to the management warning it of the accounting irregularity issue that was festering in the Silverbird while he was a chairman until the third quarter of 2011. This clearly shows that the auditor is not alert and aware of the fraud situation that happens in the company where it is essential for them to do so. The second role of an auditor is to do risk assessment and related activity. The purpose of audit risk assessment is to gain a better understanding of the firm and its environment, including internal control, in order to detect and assess the risk of serious falsification of financial statement, whether due to fraud and error. These procedures are normally carried out before the end of fiscal year and comprise of variety of activities such as interview with management and other selected personnel, analytical techniques, observation of controls in operation, and document inspection. In the Silverbird fraud cases, the auditor has failed to recognize and to make a thorough inquiry from the top management regarding the suspected or alleged fraud that happened in the company. This can be proven by the auditor's incapability of detecting the fraud that was concealed by the top management from years 2010 to 2011. The third role of an auditor is discussion among the engagement team. This discussion will take place during the audit planning stage. The susceptibility of the company financial statement to material falsification due to fraud should be given more special attention, as this allows the engagement team to evaluate an effective response to fraud risk, including engagement risk, pervasive risk, and specific risk. In the Silverbird case, with their external auditor, Crowe Hotworth, they both have made a different claim, which shows that there are no discussion between the auditor and the top management of the companies before or during auditing process. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Doktor. My name is Nur Fatihah binti Abdul Halim. My number metric is 280402. I will continue about the involvement role of auditor. As we already know, there are two types of auditor, which is internal auditor and external auditor. For auditor jobs code, Institute of Internal Auditor, or we call it as IIA, defines internal audit as the independent, objective, assurance and consulting activity designed to add value and improve an organization's operations. An internal auditor also serves as the eyes and ears of the company. Their work assigned may cover any area of an organization. However, their work should be directed by the audit committee. It is very contra with the external auditor. What is external auditor? External auditor is the audit of the financial records of the company, in which independent auditors to perform the task given by the company. The word task here means examining the validity of financial records of the company in order to find out if there is any misstatement. There is also possibilities that company made fraud or error. The goals of external audit includes the determination of the completeness and accuracy of the records of the client. Next audit role is responsibility for the prevention and detection of fraud. It is important for management with oversight of those charged with governance place a strong emphasis on fraud prevention, which may reduce opportunities for fraud to take place. Furthermore, the risk of the auditor not detecting a material misstatement resulting from management fraud is greater than employee fraud, because the management is frequently in a position to directly or indirectly manipulate accounting records. The auditor may have additional responsibilities under law, regulation, or relevant ethical requirement regarding an entity's non-compliance with law and regulations, including fraud, which may differ from or go beyond this and other ISA, such as responding to identified or suspected non-compliance with law and regulations. Raw regulations or relevant ethical requirement may require the auditor to perform additional procedures and take further actions. Lastly, communications to management. When auditor has obtained evidence that fraud exists or may exist, it is important that the matter be brought to the attention of the appreciative level of management as soon as practicable. This is so even if the matter might be considered inconsequential. The determination of which level of management is the appropriate one is a matter of professional judgment and is affected by such factors as the likelihood of collusion and the nature and magnitude of the suspected fraud. In some cases, the auditor may consider it appropriate to communicate with those charged with governance when the auditor becomes aware of fraud involved employees other than management that does not result in a material misstatement. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
In summary, it can be concluded that for a company that intends to develop and operate its business effectively and efficiently, professions and abilities with ethical practices and culture are required among the individuals of the company. For an example, although Silverbird Berhad has won various awards like Award for Product Excellence, however, for the period of 2010 and 2011, has shocked local auditors by filing a legal suit against their former directors, external and internal auditors, as the Managing Director Dato Jackson Tan Han Cook and Director Ching Siu Cheong, the former Chief Executive Officer, are involved in the scandal. Normally, this is due to irresponsible and dishonesty among the workers, including managers, CEO, internal and external auditors. Indeed, there is no denying that auditors play a vital role in every organization of the company. Auditing provides independent verification that a company's financial statements are reasonable and accurate representations of the entity's current scenario. In conclusion, successful regulatory authorities will not be enough to guarantee good outcomes. Companies must always develop appropriate culture and ethics that are concentrated on the companies meeting their long-term obligations. Strong ethical frameworks are the primary of individuals while making decisions based on principles rather than short-term commercial considerations are at the heart of the right cultures. Thank you. That's all from me.